All right, students, today we're going to practice dividing with decimals. So we're going to start out here with this first word problem. Ava is saving for a new computer that cost $1,218. She has already saved half of the money. Ava earns $14 per hour. How many hours must Ava work in order to save the rest of the money? So we need to figure out what we need to do here. We're going to take $1,218, and the first thing we do is divide it by 2 in order to figure out that how much she's already saved. And then once we figure out the other half that she has to save, we're going to divide that amount by 14, and we'll get the entire amount that she has to save. Because she's already saved half of it, we'll now know how much she has to save and how many hours she has to work in order to save the rest of the money. Okay, so we start out with our first division problem, which is 2 into 1,218, right? Take it one digit at a time. The 2 fits into the 1? No, it doesn't. But 2 fits into 12 6 times, and we subtract 12. This is just regular division. Bring down our 0, bring down our 1. 2 does not fit into 1. Don't forget to put a 0 there to hold the place value. Okay, 1 left over. Bring down your 8. 2 fits into 18 9 times, minus 18, and there is nothing left over. So now we know that she's already saved $609. She has to save another $609, and she makes $14 per hour. How long is it going to take her to do it? Well, let's write that division problem. 14 into $609, right? Well, 14 does not fit into 6. It does fit into 60. It looks like it's going to fit about 4 times. Okay, so 4 times 4 is 16. We'll carry our 1, and 4 times 1 plus 1 is 5, so we have 56. Now, you should probably do that math problem over here like this, right, in order to get your answer. But here we go, and we get a 4 left over. Once we have that, we bring down our 9. Now, we know that 4 times 14 is 56, so we're going to try a 3 because we need to fit into 49. 3 times 4 is 12, and 3 times 1 is 3 plus 1, so now we have 42. We're going to subtract. We get a 7 left over. Here's where the decimals come in. Add your decimal point, bring it straight up, and then you can annex a 0 and keep dividing. You do not use remainders when you're dividing with decimals. Okay, so 14 fits into 70. Well, it's going to be a little bigger than the 4, so we're going to need to try the 5, right? So 14 fits into 70 5 times, and you'll find out that 5 times 14 is 70. Remember not to do that in your head. I just don't have room here to show it, but do that on paper, right? So 14 times 5 is 70. Subtract, we have nothing left over. So our answer is 43.5 and hours, right? So you have 43.5 hours is the answer to this question. Don't forget to write down hours, right? You need to show that unit of measurement because that's what the question is asking you for. Let's try the next math problem. Okay, Michael has a collection of 1,404 sports cards. He hopes to sell the collection in packs of 36 cards and make $633.75 when all the packs are sold. If each pack is priced the same, how much should Michael charge per pack? So you take 1,404 and you're going to divide it by 36. Okay, once you do that, you will get an answer that will tell you how many packs you have. And then you have to figure out how much he should charge for each pack, right? So you're going to have to take, he wants to make $633.75. So you're going to have to divide that by the number of packs he has, and that will give you your final answer. Okay, so we now have to do this division, right? So we're going to start out over here with our 36, and we're going to figure out how many times it fits into 1,404. Okay, so 36 does not fit into 1, and it does not fit into 14. So we have to figure out how many times it fits into 140. Okay, so let's take a look at this. If we were to round this to 40, we would think it would fit about 3 times. Let's see if 4 times would fit. No, it doesn't look like 4 times would fit. So we're going to try 3 times based on our estimate. And 3 times 36, well, that's going to give you an 18 right there. Carry the 1, you're going to get 108. Now you should do your 3 times 36 on the side. Okay, and that's going to give you 32 left over. And then you bring down your 4. Okay, once you have brought down your 4, you're going to figure out, okay, how many times would 40 fit into that? Well, that would so you're rounding 36 off to 40 to estimate. And how many times would it fit into 324? Well, maybe about 8 times, but 36 is less. So we're going to try a 9, and you will find out. Now, again, you should write 9 times 36 on a separate sheet of paper and do the math, but you will find out that 9 times 6 is 54, and then 9 times 3 is 27, plus the 5 that you carried, you get 324. Okay, so there's none left over. So now we know that there are 39 packs. So this P over here is 39. So now we have to take $633.75 and we have to divide it by 39 to figure out how much he needs to charge for each pack. So let's go ahead and do that. 39 into $633.75, and that will give us our answer as to how much he needs to charge for each pack. So 39 doesn't fit into 6, but it does fit into 63. I'm going to go ahead and erase a little bit here to make that neater. Let me go back to the pen. Okay, I'm going to even change colors. All right, so now 39 does not fit into 6, but it does fit into 63. Okay, it's going to fit one time, and you're going to subtract your 39. Okay, now you have to do your subtraction, so you're going to end up with a 4 there and 24 left over. Let me make sure about that. Okay, and then you bring down your 3. Okay, how many times does 39 fit into 243? Well, if I rounded 39 to 40, right, I would think it would fit in there about 6 times. So I'm going to try that, right? 6 times 9 is 54. Okay, 6 times 3 is 18, plus 5 will give me 23. Okay, and I'm going to subtract. And over here, it looks like I'm going to get 9 left over. Bring my decimal point straight up. Don't forget to bring that decimal point up, and you're going to get a 7 right here. So now I've got 97. How many times does 39 fit into 97? It's only going to fit twice, okay? Because 2 times 40 would be 80, so 2 times 39 is going to give us a 78. Ooh, I'm running out of space here, but hopefully you won't, okay? And 78 from 97 is going to give us 19 left over. All right, and last, you got to bring down your last 5. Okay, and we have to figure this one out. So does 39 fit into 195? We'll round the 39 to 40. 195 to 200. 40 would fit into 200 5 times. So I'm using estimating to figure this out. Do your 39 times 5 on the side, but you will figure out, if you do that, that you will end up with 195, because 9 times 5 is 45, right? 45. And then you have to carry your 4, and you get 195, which leaves us with 0 left over. Okay, I got a little sloppy there at the end, but the idea is he will now have to charge $16.25 per pack, right? And that's the idea. So remember, dividing decimals by whole numbers, you need to take your time, do your long division just like you normally would, except you will not end up with a remainder. Instead, you will use decimals. Thank you, and I hope you have a great day. Keep practicing your math.